I got one for you today. Something that some people don't think about. Something that a lot of people think about. Deer blinds. That's right. I'm not talking about the ones that are up on stilts and stuff like that and look like a beacon on the horizon. I'm talking about the portable, foldable, stowable, pop-upable, ready in minutes, put on the ground deer blinds. They're becoming increasingly popular. They've got the see-through ones, the no see-through ones, the blackout ones, the insulated ones, the non-insulated ones, the cheap ones, expensive ones, and small ones. What's the difference? Does it really matter? Well, for the last 5 or 6 years or so, I've been doing an increasing amount of hunting out of ground blinds. Now, first thing I can tell you, it doesn't matter whether it's a domed type of ground blind or a square type of ground blind, I'm going to call it. Both of them have the ability to stick out like a sore thumb. And if the deer haven't been feeding around it, walking around it, moving around it for months and months and months and know there's no issues, it can spook deer. Sure, there are times when a stupid deer will walk right up to a blind sitting out in the open and be inquisitive, walk up, stick its nose in there, and you can basically slit its throat by jabbing your knife into the deer. That's not what I'm talking about. I've hunted out of both. And I am convinced that a domed or rounded shaped ground blind is far superior in most situations than a squared off roof type of ground blind. Unless you go through great pains to hide it by brushing it in like crazy, to the point where you can't tell there's a ground blind there and it just looks like a big bush. But if you're going to sparsely hide it, put it behind some trees, in between a few trees, stuff like that, a domed ground blind is much more effective, in my view, than a flat roof ground blind ever will be. Now, here's a couple of reasons or examples that I believe that's true. Number one, there's not a whole lot of stuff in nature that's square. Squares just don't fit into nature. If you think about it, the only time you see something horizontal is basically either a branch or a downed log or something like that. And for a downed log to be 4 feet off the ground, that's just not natural. The other example I'm going to give you is the deer camp that I go to in Maryland. Every single deer that I know of that's been killed on that property for guys that are hunting on the ground have been out of a domed ground blind. Guys have had the squares up. They get deer on their camera. They have not killed a single deer out of a flat roof ground blind that I'm aware of in 5 years or so that, the property's been under that ownership. That says a lot. You know what I want to know? I want to know what you think. What is your opinion? Do you hunt out of a domed or flat roof ground blind on the ground? And how have deer reacted to it? Till next time, I'm Steve.